Welcome back to the Wise Out Knits podcast. I'm your host, Cheryl Beckridge, and it's been a little while, so let's catch up. Just wanted to share a bit of what I'm doing and what's going on in my life. I was going to record outside today, but it's like 95 degrees and 55% humidity and just too hot and sticky. So we're in the new camper instead. So here it is. We got it about the end of May, and we've been out for one weekend. We've got a week that we're going to be gone in July. We're planning a big trip the end of September, beginning of October, out to Colorado, and I'm sure we'll be doing some weekends in between that. It's pretty fun. We did really well on our first trip. The bed was comfortable. That was one of the big concerns, and a lot of camping trailers, when they're just known for not having very comfortable beds, and a lot of people change out the mattress right at the very beginning. Our mattress was supposed to be rated a little higher than most, but we did get a 3-inch topper for it, so it really was very comfortable. And it's an RV king. It's the same length as a king. It's a little bit narrower, but not much. Ours is at the very front of the trailer, and I'll show you a picture of that afterwards or at the end. But the way the front of the trailer is, it kind of curves back towards the roof. So I normally sleep with 2 pillows, and I'll use 2 pillows, and then I'll put one behind the other and lay it flat. And if I do that, then my feet are sticking off the bed. My husband said he didn't have that problem at all, and he's several inches taller than I am, so he's 6 foot, I'm 5'7", so he didn't have any problems. I shouldn't either. We both have just one pillow now, and it's all the way up against the wall, and that works just fine. So anyway, we're in the new camper. Barley is out here with me. He's getting used to it. I don't know that he loves it yet. He's fine if we're here, but we need to get him used to being in here sometimes when we're not here, because there will be times where we might want to go for a hike at a place where dogs aren't allowed on the trails, or if we wanted to go out to dinner sometimes. He'll need to get a little more used to it. It'll take time, won't it, Barley? Pretty good. He's just laying on the floor here, just chilling. Well, I'll show you a little bit of what I've been up to, and I know you've seen quite a few of these before, but just to let you know, if you haven't seen it, fairly recently out is the Fraser Fur sweater, and this is knit in the round, top down. I use Skeins Outlander DK, and it's just got a subtle Christmas tree pattern on the yoke that's just created with knits and purls. So it's long sleeve. It really is a very basic sweater with just a little touch of something at the top. So that's the Fraser Fur. Great sweater for this winter if you're looking for something, fairly easy to knit that still has some interest. So that's the Fraser Fur. Here's my hat. Stuff is kind of all over. For Shark Week, the last couple of years, I've done actual sharks, and I just couldn't decide which one to do. And then as I'm looking at them, I'm like, it's not going to look that much different than the other ones. So I did a shark hat instead. And this hat is called the Shiver of Sharks, which a group of sharks, I did not know, but a group of sharks is called a shiver. It can also be called a school, but shiver is the more prominent or common name. So this is knit also in DK weight yarn. This is Knitting McGurley Dubrovnik DK, and I use Barrel BERYL for the main color, and Fathom for the shark fins. So knit in the round, bottom up, just basic stranded color work, not too difficult. This would be a great pattern to knit during Shark Week if you're somebody that's working full time and you don't have a lot of extra time. It's still a challenge to make in a week, but it's not a sweater, so that might be for you. And this is available on my website now, so if you want to get the pattern and check it out ahead of time, it is there. Currently in testing is my beads sweater. And I did a little podcast about test knitting wearing this, and after I was done, I thought I had tucked these ends in sufficiently, and I had not. And I still haven't sewn them in, so gotta get on that. Sometime when I'm too tired to knit at night, I should be working those ends and just get that done. So the beads sweater, the main color is in Leading Men Fiber Arts Showstopper. I don't remember the color right now, but the color work is Knitting McPurley, Dubrovnik DK, not Dubrovnik DK, Frankfurt Fingering, and this is the mini set from the retreat. So it's cute. It's not stranded color work, it's mosaic knitting, so you're only knitting one color at a time, which is nice. One thing the testers have had a little bit of issue with at the beginning was keeping the pattern lined up as you increase stitches on the raglan. And it really, once you get it, it's not that big of a deal, but you just have to make sure there's center 3 stitches on each bead. So when you're at the edge of the front or the back or the sleeves, you just need to look ahead and maybe count backwards to know where in the pattern you are, because every other row basically you're adding stitches. So that's been the only challenging thing, and everybody has gotten it. There's one person that's just starting it, and I'm sure she'll get it too, but a couple of people had problems keeping their patterns lined up at the beginning. But once you get it, you get it, and it really is not too taxing of a pattern once you're in the groove of it all. And you can, the further you are in the color work, the more you can see what the pattern is, and the easier it is to stay in line. So this is the bead sweater. Probably will be out mid-July. That's the target date. I've got to work these ends in by the middle of July. I have taken pictures, and I took pictures with the string tucked in, so that worked okay. The next thing that I'm working on, I don't have a name for yet. This is another raglan sweater, and this is in DK. This is yarn from Chicken Lady Fiber Arts. And I should have brought the ball band out with me, but I didn't. So I can't tell you right off the top of my head what the base or the colorway is, but it's a beautiful tonal red, and I just love it. I really don't have very much that's red in my wardrobe anymore. The one thing about this, it really is a pretty basic raglan sweater, but there is brioche. 5 brioche, really only 3 brioche stitches on each raglan. So if you're leery of brioche but want to give it a try, this is a nice pattern to give it a try, because there's not that much of it, and it'll get you into the groove. So anyway, this brioche raglan sweater. The yarn is from Chicken Lady Fiber Arts. All right, well, I've gotten one thing done besides these sweaters. That is a blanket that I had been working on for a long time at work. It's like the Cozy Memories blanket. It is just done in 2 colors, and it is in worsted weight yarn. I think it is 6x6, 1, 2, 3, 5x6. So this is the short end here. And I ran out of yarn, so I had to stop. So I just did, every other color, and every other block is the opposite color. So it's a checkerboard. At the end, I bordered each side individually. So I did a white border on the 2 long sides, and then a blue border on the 2 shorter sides. And I did the white borders first, so you can see that the white border just, what's that called in woodworking, where it just butts up to the other side. I didn't do any miter squares or anything for the corners, just because that takes a knitting needle that is super long, and I just used what I had handy. So this sweater will be a gift for someone, or it may be a donation to charity. We're starting to have new babies born in our family, so I'm thinking it will be a baby blanket for a cute new person in the family. So I was always working on that sweater when I was at work, and I am retiring in 2 more work days. I have Friday, tomorrow is Friday, though you may not see this video until tomorrow, and Monday, June 30th, and that's my last day at work. It's kind of bittersweet. I've been really anxiously looking forward to it because I really want to work on my knitting business more. But it's also someplace that I've been for the past 15 years, and I do love it there. I love the people that I work with. I work at a church, so it's a nice environment. Luckily, we've had really a great group of people for a long time. So I'm going to be sad to not be in there with them, but I do go to that church, so I will still see everyone, and it'll just be a little bit different situation. I won't have keys to everything anymore, and that'll be a little funny, but I'll get used to it, and hopefully you'll see the designs rolling forward a little more frequently now. Now, the last thing that I wanted to talk about before I show you the camper is Shark Week. And I have a pattern called the Virgin Cow. It's fingering weight yarn, but I think I am going to do it in DK weight yarn with this lovely patriotic set that I got from Lynn at Chicken Lady Fiber Arts at least a year ago. Could it have been 2 years ago? I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at my purchases, but I probably won't do that. But I am going to do the Virgin Cow with this set, and I'm going to just rotate between red, white, and blue. So it will be striped red, white, and blue, but of course each stripe will be a different version of red, white, or blue. So that is going to be my Shark Week project. So I'm going to have to get these all wound up and ready to go, so on the first day I can get started. I don't know the dates of Shark Week just yet, but I do know it's mid-July, so it'll be here before we know it. I won't have it ready to wear on the 4th of July. Plus, I'm sure it's going to be way too hot to wear that. So thanks for catching up with me today. Let me know what you're working on. If you enjoyed the podcast, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you've got any questions about anything or want to tell me what you're working on, just put it down in the comments below, and just stay tuned for a quick little tour of the camper. This is what we call an open concept camper. Everything is basically in one room. It's like a studio apartment. And got these cute little maps up here. The one is the state park campgrounds in Indiana. The other is all the states that we've been to. Both of us have been to every state except Hawaii, Idaho, and Oregon. And I actually have been to all of them, but my husband hasn't been to those three. So, trip to Hawaii sounds like that's in our future. Oregon and Iowa too, of course. So we've got 2 recliners, and I put some little covers on there because I was afraid that Barley might get on there, and it's not leather, it's vinyl, so I didn't want to tear in it. So just a little protection goes a long way. There is the refrigerator. It's 12 volt, and I don't remember the size. I think maybe 10 square feet, but it's pretty spacious. We've got an oven, microwave, and then just some storage cabinets here. There's our Berkey with our filtered water. We don't really love drinking the water out of the tanks because they're just made of plastic and sometimes it gets yucky in there. So we're filtering our water. This cabinet is the pantry, and it is, as you can see, very deep. We have got baskets in here with things in it. Or not a whole lot yet because we're not on a trip right now, so it's not filled with food. We might get some sliding doors to go in and out here. That's kind of what we're thinking at this point. There's an upper one too. We are stocked with dog food. Gotta have that. It's got a big old TV and some more cabinets there. Our clothing goes in these cabinets alongside the bed and above the bed. And there are also some underbed storage right there. And the dinette where I was sitting has drawers under both sides too. There is also a little shoe garage down there when you first come in. The only problem with that is I've got to train my husband to take his shoes off. We have not ever been that family that took their shoes off whenever we get home. So that probably is not going to be super. I'll flip this light on so you can see the small bathroom. So it's got a toilet and a shower. And this is one of those situations where you get wet, turn off the water, lather up, turn back on the water, rinse off. It's not super great for people with thick hair. The water pressure, we both did take showers in it. The water pressure is not super high. Medicine cabinet. And then there's another cabinet under the sink. And there's basically some cleaning supplies and a trash can in there. So that's the camper. There's Barley. See, he does look pretty comfortable right now. But that's because I'm in here. He would be a little more anxious if I wasn't in here. Thanks again for watching. I hope to see you guys all really soon. Maybe from out on the road.